What's good, everybody? Back here with another video on my channel, Jake Snipes. Today is Monday, man. I'm back home. I'm back in town. I had an awesome weekend. Went out of town, hung out with some family for Mother's Day, my grandma's birthday. I got to see everybody and just share some laughs, have some good food, and it was an awesome weekend, man. But we're back to work on Monday. Um, Saturday and Sunday, I want to go over the recap. For both days, we went 2-2. Okay, so not a great weekend, but after the month that we've had, we're bound to come back down to earth a little bit. We had a 91 hit percent rate, and now we're at 78 overall in the month. We're at 21-6, but that's all right. That's still really good. Like I said, we're bound to average out Sunday, but we are going to bounce back today. Yesterday's games were just weird, man. Mikal Bridges, the Knicks scored 140 points, and he only had 12 of them. And I thought that was odd. If he would have knocked down one of those threes that he missed, we would have cleared the line. Julian Champagne, he shot like 0 for 5 or 0 for 6, something like that. Not a good shooting game for him, which is odd because he's been shooting good all playoffs. But I guess he was due for a bad game. But nobody on the Spurs was able to hit. They shot like 20% from the three or something off, and they still had a good chance to win that game. If they even shot decent, they didn't even have to shoot great. James Harden, he only got like 2 rebounds. It's such an anomaly because he was rebounding well. But like I said, 2-2, Saturday and Sunday. But this is gonna be the bounce back day. We're gonna start off the week hot, and we're gonna get right into it. With the first pick, we're going Duncan Robinson over 2.5 3-pointers. Now this is a great spot. This is probably my favorite line out of the picks because not only is it a great matchup against Cleveland, but just look at the volume in his shooting percentage. He's making about 4 a game and averaging between 8 or 9 attempts a game. Game 3 against Cleveland, he made 4, shot 7, 57%. Game 2, he shot 56%, 9 attempts, 5 makes. Game 1 against Cleveland, 5 makes, 8 attempts, shot 63%. So he's been on fire. So the shooting percentage is there, the volume is there, and the matchup is there. So 2.5 I like. I think there's a great odds for 2.5. And they just need his outside scoring because they don't have a lot of it. They got rid of Tim Hardaway. They don't have Malik Beasley anymore. So he's kind of their shooter that they need. They need him to contribute to have a good series. We'll see if they could go up 3-0 or if it's tied up 2-2. I should expect a great game. And with the second pick, we're going to take Max Strus. Now, we are going to take his rebounds. We're going to stay away from James Harden. We're going to take his 3.5 rebounds. So, on that game on Saturday, after the first quarter, the only starter with a rebound was Donovan Mitchell. I think he had 3 or 4. And then it took about 3 minutes into the second quarter till I think Evan Mobley finally got a rebound. So Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell are the only starters, but who was rebounding well off the bench was Max Strus. I think he had 3 in the first half. He finished the game with 5. This has an 80% hit rate. He was averaging over 5, but I like all these other percentages as well. 70% over the last 10, 70% over the last 20, and an 80% hit rate against Detroit, who, if you look at this ranking, who are one of the best teams in rebounds allowed. They allow the least, especially to small forwards, where they're 4th and overall 3rd. But he's been rebounding the ball well, especially the limited minutes that he's getting. He's only playing about 26 minutes a game. It says here, Max Strus has exceeded 3.5 rebounds in 7 of his last games, where he's averaging about 5.5. Now, if you look, we got a lot of green here. A couple reds. One of them was Max Strus. The one time he didn't hit his line. But other than that, Detroit has just been having a hard time holding small forwards to their under on rebounds. So, it doesn't say it's a good matchup, but really it is if you look at the first series and the second round of series going on right now. So this is going to be our second pick. I'm really confident in this one. All he has to do is just keep doing what he's been doing. All right. Now we're going to go over to the Western Conference game. Obviously, we got Thunder and Lakers. With the third pick, we're going to take another hot hand. We're Rui Hachimura over 14.5. Now this line has been going up. I think in the beginning of the playoffs started at 11.5. I think the last time we took it, it was at 12.5. But he's just been shooting the ball excellent. and he's actually been one of the few Lakers playing well against the Thunder. If you look over the last 4 games, he's at an 80% hit rate, where he's averaging between 17 and 18 a game. So we got a decent cushion between his line at 14.5. But like I said, look at his shooting percentages. From the field goal, he's shooting over 52%, so making over half of all of his shots, right? But not only that, look at the three-point percentage, 61%, which is ridiculous. 5 out of 8 last game, which is 63%. 4 out of 7, which is 57%. Game 1 against OKC, he shot 50%. And he's right here, 21 points, 16, 18, 21. He had a bad game against Houston right here. An anomaly, obviously, because, like I said, he's been shooting the ball well. And I think he's just – the Thunder just haven't been able to do anything with him no matter what they tried. He's been shooting hot. And also, I mean, look at these odds. This is probably my favorite part about this line is plus 101, minus 101, minus 104. These are excellent off for this line because I think this line is just a tad low. So we're going to take this and just ride the hot hand. This is going to be our third pick. Before I share my pick with you guys, I want to remind everybody to sign up for better using my promo code SNIPES. Using my promo code will give you 2 no-sweat entries up to $200 in bonus cash. So up to $100 per entry will give you 2 free swings at it. Either you win or you get all your money back. You don't lose in this situation. Take advantage of the offer. There's a bunch of free picks in there. There's profit boosts. There's multipliers. A lot going on in the Better app. I'll have the link down below in the description. Sign up for Better using my promo code SNIPES, and good luck. Now with our last pick, we're going to ride another hot hand and take AJ Mitchell over 17.5 points. Now with Jalen Williams being out, someone had to pick up the scoring slack, and it's been AJ Mitchell. The Lakers have not been able to deal with him, with his speed, his quickness, and honestly, he's just not scared of the moment. You know, it's surprised how good he is. He's an excellent player, and Lakers just don't have the perimeter defense to deal with all these guys that Thunder have. You know, Marcus Smart, he's good. He's not the player he once was, but he's been busy with Shea. And Shea honestly hasn't had a good series. Shea's shooting the ball well, but his impact just hasn't been great. So maybe you could contribute that to Marcus Smart and the plan that the Lakers have came out. But for the rest of these guys, the Lakers don't have an answer for it. Over the last 5 games, AJ Mitchell's been averaging basically 20 points. Game 3, he went off on the road, 24 points in LA. Game 2, 20 points. Game 1, 18 points. So he's been playing well. And I like this volume of shooting. 17 attempts. Even with 12 attempts, he still got the line. 16 attempts the game before that. Shooting 44% from the field, which is decent. 35%, which is all right. 90% is awesome. And look, that's one of the reasons why he still cleared the line in Game 2, even with only 12 shot attempts. But we'll take it. 59%. Last game, 58%. I think he's going to continue that today. I just think the Lakers are. We'll see if they show up today, but I could easily just come up being mentally checked out, ready for the offseason. They just don't have the answers. There's too many guys on Thunder that could get their own shot, and they just don't have the perimeter defense. You know, so I think this is going to be easy over, and I think we're going to go 4-0 today. I mean, just look at these odds. I'm easily taking these odds every day of the week against a struggling Lakers team. But like I said, 4-0. We're going to bounce back for the weekend. I love these 4 picks. I can't wait to watch these games. I hope everyone has an excellent Monday, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.